Namaskar, all friends. Hope you are doing great and including some or other physical routines in your life, because nowadays it's becoming quite often that we don't go out on a regular basis and we all are stuck at home. So it's very good that at least we follow based on whatever form of exercise we like. We should include something, yoga or any form of workout which we like in our routines. So this is our 9th day of live yoga sessions, and it's been very good that many of you are appreciating and joining on the daily basis. So let's wait for a few 1 or 2 minutes to let people join, and till the time we will just discuss some things what you guys are doing before you start your workout. So generally as soon as you get up, after that you can take some warm water like 1 glass or 2 glass. If you are comfortable, you can go up to 2. More than 2 is not required. And if you have something available like amla juice, you can put amla juice into that, because in current COVID-19 situations, vitamin C is very good for our health. So you can also take aloe vera juice if you have. You can put 10 ml or so. That's more than sufficient. On throughout the day, if you see, if you can use the Giloy juice, that is very good. It's easily available. Many Ayurvedic brands, they are producing this, and it's very much used in the naturopathic treatments as well. So Giloy juice is excellent remedy for all kind of these viral and bacterial kind of infections. So I am using it on the regular basis. So what I am doing, the water pot which I have, in that I am putting 20 ml and the whole day we are using the same water. So what's happening, the whole day we are consuming the Giloy juice, and at the same time we don't have to consume it in one go. So the water taste is also not changing because of that, and you will feel very good. In the similar way, like what we can do is, every month basis we can change. So let's say first month you the whole month you have taken good intake of vitamin C, then you can change it for the next month. You can take aloe vera juice. On the next month you can take the tulsi. So in the market you will get the pancha tulsi, that is the mixture of 5 different kind of tulsi, like Shama tulsi, Rama tulsi, and then there is 2-3 different kind of tulsis are there. So if you will take that pancha tulsi drops also, how you can take it, again whatever is your water pot, you can put 5 or at least 10 drops into that, and you can drink throughout the day. So that will be giving you intake of the tulsi in your body. And tulsi is excellent for lot of remedies, especially in cough and cold. Regularly we are already using. Except that increase the amount of the turmeric. So turmeric, as anyways we are drinking it, we are eating it in our curries, but along with that, if you can take milk with turmeric in the evening, that will be excellent. If you also have a cow ghee at your house, then put 1 spoon of cow ghee into that along with the turmeric in the 1 glass of milk, and always take all the things little warm if possible. Even water, we should try to take bit warm water, because if the whole day you cannot take because of summer, at least 1 or 2 times in a day you take bit warm water, because warm water also very good for increasing our immunity and removing cough symptoms and cold symptoms, all these things. So just to summarize, for the people who have just joined, Kiran ji, Namaskar, Swadesh ji, Naresh ji, all welcome. I'm very happy that you guys are watching and joining. And so just to summarize it, what in the morning, what are the options we have? We can take amla juice in the warm water. We can take aloe vera juice. We can take giloy juice. Any one at a time, not all mixed together. And then for turmeric also there is a extract coming. If you will see even on the Amazon, you will get extract of the turmeric. If you don't have any of these things, even that extract can be taken in with the warm water in the morning, empty stomach. All these things are empty stomach. And then throughout the day, you can put the tulsi drop in your water and you can drink that. So all these things are excellent remedies for keeping ourselves perfectly healthy. So like that, in upcoming session also I will keep on some other points which are very important to maintain a good immunity, overall immunity in our body. So why I am sharing this thing is because if we see it and if we watch it here, we can also try to do these things for ourselves and for our family as well. Because see, now the situation is, even if any single person of your family is get affected by the COVID-19, then it's a risk for the whole family. So if every person is behaving like a responsible citizen and maintaining their health and immunity, that is the best thing we can do in the current situation. Okay, so let's move to our today's routine. Let's give me a chance to just adjust my camera. Let's come on the mat. That is our the final business. We'll start with joint rotations. I guess I'm not coming in the center of the camera. Better now. So let's start with the neck, chin to the chest. Breathe in deep. Sync the movement with the breath and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now side twisting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bending ear to the shoulder, breathe out and bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rotation now, chin to the chest, breathe in half, breathe out other half. 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 Rotations, breathe in and breathe out opposite directions. 2, 3, 4, 5 and relax. So when we are rotating the neck, many people can feel a bit dizzy. So it's a caution always that when you are rotating neck, don't close your eyes. Same way, when we are doing any movement where we are going backwards, then don't close the eyes, because it will keep you more aware and you will have less chances of losing your balance and hurting yourself. Okay. So this is all the neck movement. Now let's do the shoulder movement. So bring your hands up, stretch them a little bit upside and then turn your palms backside and place on the back of the shoulders like this. And from here, try to do less movement in your fingers, but focus on the shoulder joint and rotate. Very good movement for the shoulder joints. Will give a nice massage in all the muscles around the shoulders. Very good. 4, breathe in, don't forget, and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Very good. Let me see who all have joined. Very good. Today my sister Dhanashri also has joined. So it's a very good day for me today. Let's do the opposite movement now. We did clockwise. Now we will do opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Wonderful. It will give, you will feel that nice massage which is happening in your shoulder joints. Very good. Let's do the waist movement. Keep your hands on the waist and rotate the waist carefully in all the directions. Doing breathe in from center, breathe in half, breathe out other half. Very good. Continue. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So you should feel that stretch in all the directions. That's how your flexibility will increase. Beautiful. Let's do opposite now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So while doing this waist movement, don't move upper body and lower body. More focus should be on the waist. So you adjust your legs also in the way. If we are spreading them too much, then movement will not come. If both the feet are very near, then also movement will reduce. But a decent, little less than shoulder distance between the feet, and you will get the maximum stretch and the biggest rotation, big circle. Excellent. Let's do a little bit stretching of the upper body, and then we will move for the rotation of the joints on the lower body as well. So bring your one hand up, place them on the center of your near your neck, on the center of your back. Then, so my right hand is folded, left hand is coming and placed on the elbow, and then giving a nice stretch. Oh, yes, beautiful. A wonderful stretch. Do 3 to 4 times. Breathe out and stretch. Yes. Breathe in, come back. 4, 5. Yes. Very good. Now left hand up. Place the palm back of your on the back, in the center of the back, and then breathe in and breathe out. Very good. Make sure that you don't hurt yourself trying to give more stretch. Do only when you are till the point you are comfortable. 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's do one more stretch. Your right hand up. Maybe whenever I am saying right hand, you feel like because it's a mirror image as the left, but I am always starting from the right. Okay. Then left hand is coming and interlocking like this, both the wrist, and then giving this nice stretch. Yes. Very good. 2. The whole body will stretch. Your feet should not move. Feet are firm on the mat. 3, 4. Wonderful. That sound, tick, tick, truck, truck, that will bring a very nice sense of stretching. Now right hand under the left hand and stretch. 1, 2, 3, Beautiful. Let's rotate 2 to 3 times shoulders. Bring them to normal and relax. Now let's do Urdhva Tadasana. So for Urdhva Tadasana, both the feet closer. Some people cannot balance when they are placing both the feet exactly with each other. So give small gap if you are feeling imbalanced and not able to balance properly. Then breathe out, both the hands up, interlock your fingers, place or move them toward the ceiling and stretch up. Breathe in and come on your toes, stretch from your calf, your thighs, waist, shoulders, hand, head, everything towards up. Tadasana like a long tree. Very good. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax. A wonderful sense of lengthening our spine and the whole body will give a beautiful extension and contraction, and in turn will relieve all the stretch. Again, the next both the sides, your legs will be placed on the shoulder distance. This time in Tadasana they were together. In Tiryak Tadasana they are shoulder distance. Again, what we have to do? Breathe in the similar fashion. Interlock your fingers, palms facing the ceiling, and breathe out. Lateral bending. Bending in a single plane. Very good. Breathe in and breathe out. Wonderful. Let's do 5 times both the sides. 2, 3. Breathe out and bend. Don't forget the breath. Yeah, very good. One last time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This is a wonderful exercise which will remove all the accumulated fat. मेरे को भी है. I have to work it bit more. It will remove this fat if you will do it regularly 10 to 20 times, and let's say you are doing 10 times each side. On the 10th time you stay there for 20 seconds. Breathe in, breathe out, and stay there and feel that stretch. You can also pull your upper hand bit more to give more stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side, never forget to do both the sides. Breathe in, breathe out. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Breathe in up and relax. So very good stretch. We have not done forward stretch, so let's do a little bit forward and backward stretch as well. Again, similar like Tadasana. Your legs are together again this time, not the big gap between both the feet. Breathe in. Also go little back while breathing in. Don't go too much so that you strain your lower back. Just a healthy back stretch, stretching your hands and spine in one line. And then breathe out. Go forward as much you are comfortable. If you have a serious back pain, don't go too forward. Just you can stay till center. Otherwise go complete down. If you don't have any back issues, breathe in all the way up. Stretch little back side and then breathe out. Do this 4 to 5 times. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One last time. Breathe in Wonderful. So here our stretch routine is complete. Today what we will do, we will learn a new Surya Namaskara, that is called Vinyasa Surya Namaskar. So in Vinyasa Surya Namaskar, a sense of flow will be there, bit more. It's done on bit higher speed than the traditional Surya Namaskaras. So I will demonstrate this Vinyasa Surya Namaskar and we will do few rounds. So because we are doing it first time, it will take bit more time in explaining so that you can understand the concept beautifully, and after that you try. So we will see based on the time limitations how many rounds we can do, and at the end of the session we will also try to include some pranayama practices as we are doing on the daily basis. Let's learn the Vinyasa Surya Namaskar A. So this is a 10-step process, like everyday what Surya Namaskar we are doing, the beginner Surya Namaskara, that is 14-step process. This is bit advanced than that. In the upcoming days we will be learning more kind of Surya Namaskaras, but this is 10-step process, Vinyasa A. So how to do that? We are breathing in and we are bringing our hands up. You may not be able to see my hands fully, so I am coming here so that you can look at least in the initial times, and then you may not need to see while we are doing what I am doing. So what we are doing? Breathing in, hands up, join both the hands, Anjali Mudra. So Hasta Uttan, or it's better to call it Urdu Namaskar. So what we are doing, we are also moving our neck up and looking at the thumb. In this, stretch your hands up, Urdu Namaskar, then 2. In 2, we are doing breathe out and Pada Hastasana. Your hands will come and will be placed near your toe, and your head should be towards the knee, not forward. Your head should be, head and chest both are pushed toward the knees. Then 3, breathe in and look forward. So when you are doing this, all the fingers should be placed like this near your feet and look forward. Your knees are completely straight. If you are feeling pain, then bend the knees and do. If your knees are not paining, then straight the knees and do the Uttanasana. Breathe in. From here onwards, the next step is bit difficult. So I will tell 2 ways to do this. Observe me. First is bending the knee a little bit, placing the palms more firmly on the ground and going one leg at a time like this. Okay? And actually this is the middle of the step. You have to come to Dandasana, that is like this. Dandasana you have to come. Okay? This is a bit difficult. If you are not able to do Dandasana, then you just stay in the knee down position, and from there you bring the Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Okay? But if you are able to do Dandasana, then from Dandasana, the next is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Now, I will go once again into Uttanasana and I will show how the actual step is. That is more athletic. So beginners will face little bit difficulty, but still how to do? See. So from Uttanasana, which is looking in front, bend the knee, place your hands more firmly, and then you have to jump and come to Dandasana. Okay? That was 4. Breathe in 5. This is, we have already learned. This is Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. So in Bhujangasana our hands are bent, but in Urdhva Mukha Svanasana complete body is lifted up and even your knees should be up. But if you are doing starting and you are a beginner, your knees you can place on the mat and your toes can be relaxed. Otherwise, should not be relaxed and knees should also be up. Then Adho Mukha Svanasana. This downward facing dog already we know. Parvatasana, similar way. Bring your heels to the ground on the mat and push your chest and your chin towards the knees. Very good. If you are very flexible, you can also touch your head onto the mat, but not required. If you are flexible, you can try. And then after that, from here, you again have to bend your knees. Look forward. So this is 8. Breathe in and jump forward. So you will come into Uttanasana. Then 9. Padhastasana. Then breathe in, up. Urdhva Namaskar. 9. 10. So in 10th, you are coming in the same position where we have started. So I hope you have understood. Now I will show one step, one complete round in motion, so that you will be feeling that sense of flow in this beautiful routine. This is one of the most famous from the Vinyasa tradition. The Ashtanga tradition of Mysore and all, they are doing it a lot. So there is a one advanced Surya Namaskara Vinyasa B as well. We might learn it in the upcoming days. That is 18 step, as this is 10 steps. So this is a mini version and bit easy, but it requires a lot of energy. If you want to do even the 20 Surya Namaskara, it will take a lot of energy because we are jumping forward and backward. So let me show you one complete set. Breathe in, Urdhva Namaskar, look towards your thumb, stretch up, 1, breathe out, bend from your back, place your hands near the mat, near the feet, forehead, bend toward the knees, 3, Uttanasana, bend your knee and jump backwards, Dandasana, 4, breathe out, breathe in, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, 5, breathe out, 6, breathe in, 7, Uttanasana, 8, Padhastasana, breathe out, breathe in, 9, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, breathe out, relax. So this is complete set. So I think you have understood it perfectly, but let me do few rounds from the side angle as well, and don't forget to follow me. It's not about only watching, it's about practicing together. So from here, I am trying to make sure that it's perfectly visible to you. The full movement. Breathe in and place your hands above your head. Look towards the thumb. Stretch. Up. Very good. Breathe out from forward. I am going a little backward now. And place your hands near your feet. Then bring your forehead in front. Breathe in. From here, bend your knee, place your hands more firmly. Breathe out and jump backward. Dandasana. Breathe in. Very good. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Breathe out. Parvatasana. This is 6. 7, jumping forward. Beautiful. Uttanasana. Breathe out. Padhastasana 8. Breathe in Urdhva Namaskar. Breathe out. Relax. I will show you from this angle as well. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The complete body is up. If you are feeling pain, then you can place your knee down. Parvatasana. Jump forward. Uttanasana, look forward. Padhastasana. Urdhva Namaskar. And relax. So I hope you like this one. Do it slowly and slowly build the stamina. Don't try to do all together 20 or so. Step by step, because the single practice involves 10 asana. It takes a lot of effort to master each asana. If you are not able to jump, it is perfectly fine. Take one leg at a time, backside. And if you are not able to do Dandasana, which is a bit difficult for many people, especially if your hands are not having that much strength to take your complete weight of the upper body, you can simply do Dandasana. And from Dandasana, go a little lower and then come to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Not required that you hold some time in Dandasana. But if you can do, then you must do, because Dandasana is very good for the hand strengthening, and it will remove the excess fat also from your hands. Many people have accumulated fat near your hand region, biceps. So it will remove that excess fat. Sit in Vajrasana for some time. See a lot of sweat. The sweat of hard work. Yes. Feel that sense of satisfaction. Bring your right hand to your chest. Left hand on the stomach. Breathe in deep. Breathe out all the excess heat produced. Try to bring your heartbeat to normal. Breathe in and breathe out. Few more rounds of deep breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Continue breathing. Breathe in deep and breathe out. Relax yourself perfectly. If you are not comfortable in Vajrasana, you can sit in Sukhasana. If you have any back pain issues, you can take support of wall and sit comfortably. Slowly lower your hands. So we will do yogic breathing today. So what is yogic breathing? Yogic breathing technique is utilizing 3 portions of your upper body, that is your stomach region, abdomen, your chest region and your neck region. We will utilize these 3 portions of your body to take the breathe and exhale. So we will start first with the 3 to 4 rounds of abdominal breathing, then breathing into the chest and then breathing into the throat region, or it is called you can say neck region. What are the name? Abdominal breathing, thoracic breathing, and clavicular breathing. We say in these, but in the general terms, we are filling the abdominal, the chest region, and the neck region. So many people can feel how we can fill the breath in neck region. So there is a technique we use in the Ujjayi breathing as well. There what we do, we utilize our throat region for taking the breath in. And how Ujjayi is helping us? It helps us in lengthening the breath. So in the same way, try to utilize this portion. It's okay. Anyways, the breath is going to fill in the lungs, but we are just simulating these things to activate the different regions of our body. If we will utilize this, we will also bringing a sense of balance between the different chakras, that is Manipur chakra of the Nadi, Anahata chakra, and the Vishuddhi chakra. So we are working on these things. We are slowly building our body in a way so that the sense of greater balance and harmony can come into us. The universal sense of harmony can traverse from outside to in our body. So this is a beautiful practice. If you want to bring yourself into meditation, and if you love meditation, this will prepare you for a beautiful meditation also. So let's start how to do that. You can sit in Vajrasana, or you can, if you are comfortable, you can sit in Padmasana as well. Sukhasana is also fine. If you are not able to sit on the mat, you can even sit on the chair and you can do. You cannot do it in the lying down, but you can do wonderfully on sitting on the bed or on the chair as well. So how to do this? First of all, we will try to feel or breathe in the stomach. Okay, so your hand can be placed palms facing upside. We are not making any mudra. So breathe in and fill your stomach like a balloon. Breathe in, breathe out, and contract it maximum. Breathe in, fill your stomach. Breathe out, contract. You have learned it. Now let's do few rounds. You should feel that it's spreading like a balloon, your stomach, and then exhale completely and contract. 3 times. Give your complete focus to the movement which is happening in your abdomen region. The stomach is going up and back. One more time. Wonderful. So all the meditative practices are basically to bring your 100% attention first onto the body. So these kriyas will help a lot, because even when we are doing exercise, our mind can be on something else. But because you have to focus a lot on doing these techniques, your 100% attention will come to your body, and from there you can take it to the meditation. Next, chest region. So again, palms are open. We have to fill our chest more. So we will enlarge and we will make a little movement in our chest, so that sense of filling more oxygen will come into the chest region. Breathe in, expand your chest. Breathe out, little contraction. Let's do it now 3 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, expand your region, full maximum. Stomach is not having any movement now. Breathe out. One last time. Breathe in, expand. Very. For a few seconds, feel that movement which happened in the chest region. Expansion in the lungs and contraction. Take your normal breaths. Now let's do the last part, that is breathing in the neck region, just near the neck as well, near your collarbones, clavicular breathing. So don't utilize your chest and stomach, just try to utilize this, activate this region for your breathing. Whatever the natural movement is happening in the stomach and chest, it is fine, but your focus should be on the throat region, the neck region. Palms facing the ceiling in the similar way. Utilize you can also use a sense of Ujjayi breathing technique, where we do a little contraction in the throat to take the breath. Breath is anyways from the nostril. There is no doubt about it. Breathe in. Breathe out. No movement in the chest and stomach. Let's do 3 times. You will feel a sense of stretching in this area. That is what you have to bring. Don't strain yourself. Gentle breath from the throat and neck region. You can move your shoulders a little bit to give a sense of movement in the when we are doing the chest breathing, we move the chest a little bit. Now you can move the shoulders little up to give a sense of breathing. Breathe out, shoulders down. This is only to support the movement. Wonderful. So we are done with the lower part, middle, upper part. Now we will do it all 3 together. So that will become your yogic breathing. You are utilizing all the 3 parts of your body to take the breath. So we will do 5 times. How to do? The first time I am just explaining. You can keep your palms open towards the ceiling in the similar way. Take a long breath out first, and then breathe in, fill the stomach. Chest little more, and then in the neck region little more. Breathe out from the stomach first, then chest, then empty from the throat as well. Completely exhale. Utilize all 3 in the one by one sequential manner. So as you will breathe in, then also from stomach, chest and neck region. When you are exhaling, that time also stomach first, chest and throat region. So let's do this 4 times together now. Breathe in, stomach, chest, throat. Breathe out, stomach, chest, throat. Continue. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. Sit for some time. If your legs are already paining, then you can change and you can sit in Sukhasana. If you are feeling any pain, you can also stretch your legs a little bit. Move the legs and feet rotation for few times. Ankle up and down, and then sit in Sukhasana with completely relaxed mind and body. Take the Dhyana Mudra. Place your hands, your palms one above another and below your navel. Perfectly relaxed. Let's sit in meditation. Keep your focus on the eyebrow center. Breathe in and breathe out normally. Just focus on the eyebrow center. Feel the changes which are happening in your body. The sense of calmness and pleasure. No worries. A sense of happiness throughout the body is spreading. Observe the sounds which are coming from the surroundings. Witness them, but don't indulge in those thoughts. Feel the sense of separation from your body and mind, because you are not your mind, you are not the body. You are the divine soul. You are the tiny part of this universe. Paramatma, the Brahman. You have all the qualities of Paramatma himself. Just witness the body and mind, but don't indulge in any thoughts. Slowly bring your attention back to body and your breaths. Move your fingers a little bit. Move your toe a little bit, feel the mat, your surroundings. Slowly bring your hands in front of you and rub both the hands. Bring that energy. Create that beautiful healing energy and apply it on your eyes and on your face. Open your eyes and look first into your palms. Rub once again. And apply it on your body, your joints. This is the healing energy, so never waste it. Utilize it always by rubbing more and more. and apply all your joints and on the body. Let's close the session with a beautiful prayer. Let's chant together. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Om Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. नमस्कार सभी को फिर से एक बार. हैव अ ग्रेट डे. जिन्होंने भी ऑनलाइन ज्वाइन किया, thank you, and keep watching and keep motivating me as well as I try to motivate others. I also need some motivation, so keep on joining and share with your friends, because sharing is nothing else but, my friend, it's caring. Namaskar. Stay safe, stay healthy.